Now, what's that it now?
What's going on, everybody? It's Afro Think Tank. Africans, take note. African countries, take note. East African countries, take note. Listen, take notes. All right? I need y'all to bust out a pen and paper and write down what you see. And then I need you to duplicate it, because this is the kind of energy that's necessary. All right? Some retarded China, I'm showing some old racist white China, you got those. All right? You went to Jamaica, built a hotel, and tried to say only Chinese and white people can stay at the hotel. That was also, taking up a beach area. So you went to Jamaica. You went to the land of warriors. What? You went to Jamaica and you said what now? You said only Chinese and white. Is that what you said? Okay. Jamaican was like, yeah, okay, no problem. No problem. Bomba cloud. Ha! Ross cloud. Ha! Yeah. And preceding that, somehow, I don't know what happened. I ain't see it. I ain't see nothing. Hotel. It's no longer there. Somehow, it caught fire. It ain't there no more. Millions of dollars investment gone. Hey, but you white folk and you racist Chinese, y'all can go stay there. You know what I'm saying? You can camp out on the beach if you want, no problem. Huh? Listen, East Africa, take note. That's all I'm saying. And you Indians, yeah, East Africans, take note. Y'all. That's the kind of if you want to be respected. All right, this the kind of shit that gotta just kind of happen out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We can't stay. How you gonna come to my country, build some shit, and then say I can't come there? You the arrogant, the what? You see, there's the problem. A lot of these old fuckers, all right, these old businessmen, right? Their minds are stuck in the 1950s and 60s. Right? They have not evolved. These are not evolved human beings. What made this guy think? It's because the Chinese people like going to Jamaica. I know Chinese people like the Caribbean and they like going to Jamaica and shit like that. But you business owners, listen, you're going to make it bad for the regular Chinese citizen. All right? When they go places and y'all do shit like this. And it goes to show, look, these are the coons. This is a Chinese coon. All right? A Chinese coon who really thought he can go to Jamaica. You can't get no black. Look, you can't get no blacker than Jamaica. Huh? You gonna say no black people in Jamaica? What? Like, I never understood that shit. Look, you couldn't come to any black neighborhood in America, set up anything, and tell us that only you and white people can use it. Because somehow, that motherfucker probably gonna get burnt the fuck down. Y'all already know y'all would never try that shit. All right. I just want to know what made these people think that they were gonna get away with that. Y'all think them Jamaicans soft? Y'all think them Jamaicans soft? What other countries do y'all do that in? That's what I want to know. What other country can a Chinese person go, right, set up camp and say none of the indigenous population use this shit? Only me and my precious white people. You know how much of a bitch you gotta be to be a Chinese man and say only white people. You worship them Chinese, them white nuts so bad. I ain't never once seen a Chinese person put mayonnaise on anything. Okay? Never once. But somehow, you guys will put the jizz of that Neanderthal in your mouth and swish it around. Let that shit dry up in your mouth. You keep your mouth open and your tongue out so it can just dry up on your tongue and your mouth. Because you like that dry, crispy flavor going down your throat. That's how insane it is. And I'm glad that, Shango came along, right? Because what you did, you pissed off Shango. Shango came along and strucketh your hoteleth with brimstone and fire. All right, now you take your ass back to China. All right, and build a hotel there, and say no Chinese people can come here, just white folk. Go do that. Try that shit. Maybe you can go to some other but you can't. Listen, East Africa. Take notes. All right, if you want to be respected, you got to go get that shit. Because when they do shit like that, that's just a lack of respect. That's a lack of respect. I'm going to go to China, and I'm going to set up shop. I'm going to say, no Chinese people can use this. Only me, my black folk, and white folk. How the fuck you think that'll go down? Huh? Does that even make any sense in any modern day bit? Like, what kind of business model was that? And I bet you they got the nerve. I bet you they hired all black people though. Huh? I bet you them black folks would have been in there working. Huh? They just can't stay. They're not good enough to. So Jamaica's good enough to go set up camp in, right? Because it's a paradise. Jamaica's good enough for that, right? The people are good enough to work in your hotel, but they're not good enough to stay. So that means if I were to go to Jamaica, I couldn't stay at the hotel because I'm black. I'm an American. Huh? You telling me, an American, I can't use that hotel? Let me tell you something. I would have called Shango myself. Pull up. We just spent the block on you, motherfucker. Don't build it again. Don't move somewhere else in Jamaica and build that shit. Don't island hop and try to build it again, because the same shit gonna happen if you got the same rules. Them the energies we need to be having for all these motherfuckers that think they can just openly disrespect black folk. Crazy. What? Jamaica, you must be out your motherfucking mind. Set up a camp and think you gonna say they can't. What? Okay, nigga. All right, we're gonna burn this motherfucker down. That's what's gonna happen. All right, now stay at the rubble. You and the white folk can stay on the rubble and cook fucking grilled mayonnaise and cheese sandwiches with no crust. Go right the fucking ahead. Have a ball. Have at it. Got the nerve to take their beach too. The Caribbean islands are tired of white people. All right, and those Chinese white people, mostly Han Chinese, all right, the ones that think they so white, tired of you guys moving into their places, developing all this shit, blocking their natural resources for your monetary gain. That beach ain't yours, Chinese man. All right, racist, Coonarian, Chinese, European dick sucking succubus? No. All right, them the Jamaicans' land. That's Jamaican beach. That's Jamaican water. You should be happy that they allow you to be there. That you should be happy they allow you to be there. But is it the government? Are the government allowing these Chinese to come in and act like that? How much money are the politicians in Jamaica being paid to sell their people out like this? Because there's no way a Coonarian ass Chinese man, right? And we probably can't even blame the white folk on this one. They don't make rules like this. White folks don't make rules like this. All right? Not anymore anyway. They used to back in the day, right? But you Chinese people, you got your mind? Yeah. I ain't got no words for you. You got to be a dumbass business owner to do some shit like this. In Jamaica, yeah, you can get away with that shit in some of them countries in East Africa that politicians are so corrupt they don't give a fuck. All right? And they be on their way out too. They working on that shit over there in East Africa. They working on that shit. All right? Right? They work that mob justice over there. They working on that shit too. All right? See, in South Africa, they don't play that shit, at least with the Chinese. All right, they let the white folks do whatever the fuck they want. I don't get that shit. I don't get that. I don't get the disrespect. I don't get how these governments who are now ran by black people allow businesses and these people to disrespect their people. I don't get that. How can you expect to get respect around the world when you don't even allow your own people to be respected by these people who are visitors into your land? Y'all, hey, look, y'all got to get any politician that allows some shit like this happen. Y'all need to get rid of that motherfucker. Jamaica. If y'all got politicians letting these Chinese motherfuckers come and take all your beachfront property, huh? Building hotels and shit. Yeah, the travel industry is a parasitic industry. Same thing in Hawaii. Look at Hawaii, huh? Look at Hawaii. They made the place fucking miserable. The Hawaiians and the Samoans, that's their land. All you guys, a bunch of white folk, right? And rich Coonarian ass Japanese. I'm talking, I like to separate. That's why I add the coon to it so we know the type we're talking about. Setting up fucking camp, taking up all the premium goddamn real estate, and then somehow that one place got the whole part of the island got burnt down where all the regular folk, the indigenous folks live. That got real quiet, didn't it? They got real quiet. Real quiet. We don't even talk about that no more. All those babies done died and shit, right? Because these rich fuckers, right, taking up all the good shit, leaving the less desirable part of the land for the people, right? And only jobs you got is them low paying ass, shitty ass jobs like maids and dishwasher and server and shit like that. That ain't bringing no real economic opportunity to these people on these islands, to these rich white folk and these coon ass Asian rich millionaires and billionaires. And look, these same, I mark my words, and Asian people, y'all know these same piece of shit ass, coon ass Asians that go to other countries and try to discriminate against the indigenous population. They do the same thing in China. They don't give a fuck about their Chinese citizen or their Japanese. These people don't care about nobody. All right? They don't care about nobody. And when I guarantee you, when they said only Chinese and white, they meant, you know, the rich Chinese and white. All right? They wouldn't let none of their little peasant Chinese stay there. They ain't good enough. Huh? I know that, right? But yeah, you got to be a dumb motherfucker. You gonna go to Jamaica. Tell them, what? Oh, shit. Them fighting word, that's war, Slim. That's war. That's war. A hotel, you want to put a hotel up and say a certain group can't get, what the fuck you think this is? The 60s or something? The 50s and the 60s, when the fucking 30s and shit? These old fucking geezers, they don't upgrade their software system or something. These old business people, they really don't. Look at Donald Trump. Niggas still think he in the 50s and shit. These old fuckers really don't evolve at all. They just same, they stop it. Whatever they were doing when they was in their 30s, they just keep doing that. Keep thinking the same shit. Living in a bubble. These Bammers get money. They living in a bubble. They don't know what the hell's going on around the world. They don't know at all. They're clueless. Money don't mean you smart. Sometimes you just in the right place at the right time, or you just got lucky. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Afro Think Tank, learn something. Tito, I'm out.
The Jamaicans burned this racist hotel down.
Hey, me just have a question. Now watch me here. Me cut off my lock, so me I try and navigate through this short here thing. How Chinese man go come to Jamaica and build hotel and say black people can't come there? That's why them burn it down. Me no condone violence, but Jamaicans, anytime them come to Jamaica with this foolishness, we need to burn down everything. Because they want to turn Jamaica in a one new America, in a one new UK, in a one new China, in a one new Western world, where white man and Chinese man and everybody except melanated people are run shit. Anytime they come to Jamaica with this bullshit, we need to stand firm. Don't sit down and take it, Jamaicans. You hear me? Don't sit down and take it, because if we allow them to do this, first they must start with the hotels, then they must start with the big industrial sectors, and then they must start talk about say we can't go this and we can't. You can't tell we what we do in a free country. Jamaica, we born and grow. You're a visitor. You hear that? You're a visitor. And no matter how the politician them hyping up and telling us you can't do this and you can't do that, guess what? We have something called community justice. And if you piss we off enough, we are gonna react. We're not like, sorry, me not bash Americans or whatever, but we're not like Americans where we are gonna just complain. We with Black Road, we bun tire, and we cause problem. Here? Don't come to Jamaica, can't tell me about black people can't use free God-given rights in a free country. Can't use hotel, can't use beach, can't use, what next? Can't use hospital? You're going to have special hospital just for black people now? Come on, man.
I'm not saying the activity that occurred in this video is good or that it should be applauded, but I will say I understand. In Port Antonio, Jamaica, this hotel was burnt to the ground because the owners of the hotel basically put a policy saying that no Jamaicans could stay there. Only Chinese and Caucasian guests were allowed to stay and utilize the private beach. Now, it should be clarified that the owners of the hotel are not Jamaican themselves and are believed, I don't know for sure, but are believed to be Chinese investors from, China. Anyways, here's the video. Now, I'm not saying what they did was correct, but if you know Jamaicans, they do not take ish like that. So what do y'all think? Were they right or wrong? Also, it should be noted that not a single person was hurt or injured in this incident, to my knowledge. If someone has other knowledge, feel free to put it down in the comments. Anyways, follow for more. Appreciate you.
You don't want some of my water? Like, how in your right mind go to somebody else's country, build a hotel, and tell the locals no, they can't book or step on the premises? Like, that alone no make no sense whatsoever. And me support the people if you burn on it ras. Like, pussy, what you feel like? You know we? So, take your insurance money and leave the country.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I ain't saying they right, but I'm damn sure not saying they wrong either. Now see, y'all really have lost your mind. Like really. You really thought it was a bright idea to go on someone else's land and build a hotel and tell those same very people that they can't frequent there? Have you lost your freaking mind? Like, are you serious right now? And this is the same stuff that happens in all the other melanated countries that we populate. And there's no way that we'll be able to go to China, Korea, Vietnam, any of those other countries and go over there and build a damn thing. Shit, they won't even let us get here. But y'all think you was going to come and build over in Jamaica? Good job, Jamaicans. Good job.
Fire blaze a man. Trouble. I get bigger, you know what you. Buckler. Just I hope the people in my right still. This makes me want to burn this motherfucker down. Come on, Boogie, let's burn this motherfucker down!
The roof is on fire. This was heavily, it's not relevant to anything happening at a party. It's actually a tribute to Malcolm X's Field Negro, House Negro, Field Negro speech, in which he talks about when a Field Negro sees a fire, he wants the house to burn. He welcomes the wind. He wants the house to burn down.
And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two.
Fuck them again. Fuck them. Them and you is not friend. Fuck them. Them no need to be in your life. So why you making them cause you nothing but trouble and strife? Fuck them.
The texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate, you should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.